Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss the limitations and potential misinterpretations of GDP per capita, or why GDP per capita is dumb. Now, what is GDP? Statistics Canada says that gross domestic product, or GDP, measures the total output created through the production of goods and services in a country during a certain period. It also measures the income earned from that production. Now, GDP per capita of a country is calculated by dividing total GDP of the country by its total population. Now, as I mentioned, GDP per capita divides the total value of goods and services produced by the total population. This calculation results in a single number that reflects the mean or the average economic output per person. However, it doesn't reveal how that wealth is distributed among individuals or groups in the society. For example, if a small portion of the population earns a significantly higher income while the majority earns much less, GDP per capita could still appear very high because it averages the total output. This obscures the reality of income inequality as it doesn't show whether the wealth is concentrated among the rich or evenly spread across the population. Now it's time for a real world example. Let's look at South Africa. Now, according to IMF, South Africa's GDP per capita is 5.97 thousand USD, almost 6K, which is not too bad. South Africa's income inequality has become worse over the years. So basically, the top 1% of the earners take home almost 20% of the income, and the top 10% take home 65%. That means 90% of the South African earners take home only 35% of all income. After a lot of mathematical wizardry, I came to the conclusion that 90% of the population just earns around $2,300, which is about one third of the figure represented by GDP per capita. Factors contributing to misinterpretations. Now, there are some major factors which contribute to this. First is income inequality. When a country's GDP per capita increases, it suggests that the economy is growing. However, if that growth is concentrated among a small wealthy portion of the population, the average doesn't reflect how most people are faring. Unpaid labor. Since GDP measures only the value of goods and services that are bought and sold in the markets, societies rely heavily on unpaid labor like caretaking, babysitting, yet GDP ignores this contribution. So, in essence, GDP per capita assumes all the citizens share equally in the economy's output, which is rarely the case, making it an incomplete measure of actual living standards or economic well-being. So it should be encouraged to look at a combination of broader indicators like income distribution, human development index, sustainability indicators, among others. By mixing these broader indicators with GDP, policymakers can get a clearer and more complete picture of how a country is really doing. Hope I was able to explain the topic to you, and see you in the next one. Thank you.